Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So as we see another new trading week begin, I've just been looking at some of the headlines over the weekend at what companies are hitting their headlines, and we see that Coca-Cola in particular is making front pages as they're going to test paper bottles as part of their long-term bid to eliminate plastic from its packaging entirely. The prototype is made from extra long paper shell that will have a slight plastic thin liner inside. But the goal is to create 100% recyclable plastic-free bottles capable of preventing gas escaping from the carbonated paper chamber. So, the company is under pressure to create, plastic-free packaging by 2030, and it's a goal that they want to do, as well as they have said that they want to produce zero waste by that time, because it was ranked last year one of the worst plastic producers in the world, which is quite an astonishing statistic. So we'll just see how it goes, because there is the cost issue with paper packaging, because plastic packaging has been known to be cheaper, which is why it's produced so much over the world. So Coca-Cola will have to take this into account as well, and obviously a lot more countries now are recycling more since the recent Save the Ocean campaigns that have been highlighted in the last few years as well. So this is something that Coca-Cola will have to take into consideration, and to see if it is more viable, and if it's going to actually work and still get them to make a profit. So sticking with the food and beverage industry, we hear that McDonald's will start trying to attract more clientele by eradicating some of the higher priced burgers on its menu and offering lower priced burgers. The pricing strategies illustrate how the world's biggest restaurant brand stands to make more money by selling higher quantities of a cheaper product rather than lower quantities of an expensive one. So it makes more sense that they'll produce cheaper burgers, and that will obviously hit their profit line a bit better. So this scheme has helped out McDonald's beat competition over the years, and especially last year, since a lot of its customers and consumers are still unemployed due to the coronavirus pandemic still waging, especially in America as well, where obviously McDonald's is king there. So just looking at Coca-Cola, the last time I looked at it, we saw it fall out of an ascending channel, and I was looking at support at the recent low, roughly about the lower $47, but we haven't hit that support, and it's starting to creep up as well. So I'm looking to expect that it will start falling into back into the ascending channel, and as you can see, we've seen standard and hidden divergences on the momentum indicator, which could indicate a shift in the trend as well. So I'll be looking in the next few trading sessions if prices will start creeping up just slightly back into where we saw previous highs, roughly at the turn of the year. So this is something to look out for in the next few trading sessions, and obviously if headlines go the way that they want to with Coca-Cola. With McDonald's, however, we're seeing a bit of a choppiness since the recent highs at the start of Q4 in 2020. I'm not seeing too much of a divergence on the momentum indicator. We're seeing this choppiness action at the moment. Thankfully, prices are not, well, for bulls, they're not falling lower than the previous spikes that we've seen recently, roughly down to the lower end of the $200 range. We're trading nicely, roughly about the over 210, which is quite a significant shift, seeing as though we've had this choppiness action recently in the last few trading sessions. So what I'll be looking at is just to see if we can just start creating some higher highs, and obviously pushing back to levels that we saw as the coronavirus first wave started to get a bit better. So as you can see, you could say we started going into this slightly descending channel, but as you can see, we pushed out of it. So if I just zoom in again, just for areas of interest, just to move away from this area here and start pushing higher into the higher portions of the channel, and hopefully, obviously, well, as I said, for bulls, reclaiming. However, if it does start to take a dip below the median regression, I'll be looking to see if I can put any sell positions in to go lower towards the $200 mark. It's not out of the question if it does hit these levels, because we'll be seeing in the next few trading sessions based on headlines as well for McDonald's, if it's going to really start making profits and pushing higher due to coronavirus restrictions being lifted, as I said, especially in America as well. So just something to look out for the next 3 trading sessions. That's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead and bye for now.